The entire existing client process consists of four parts: the pre-appointment, the first appointment, the second appointment, and the existing client welcome. We're going to look at the first appointment in this strategy. The first appointment in the existing client process, or the rebranding, is an agenda-driven meeting, and it's a hybrid of the first appointment and the second appointment that we've already covered in detail in the new client process. In other words, the first appointment, or FIT meeting, and the second appointment, where we do the data gathering and build a personal financial profile, are now blended into one for the purpose of this meeting with your existing client. There are two scripts available to you in this strategy. One script is the first appointment script existing, and this is the scripting for AAA and AA clients where the presumption of fit is already assumed. The other script, entitled First Appointment Script, Is There a Fit?, is also for existing clients, but those are clients where a reassessment of fit will most likely be required. And this is typically for single A clients, but it could also be used for other classifications that are also in need of a reassessment. In this meeting, and with your existing clients, you'll be using the same critical financial events graphics. You'll be showing them a sample of the PFO, because you'll soon be preparing a PFO for these clients, and presenting it to them at the next appointment. We'll also use the What's Important to You Goals worksheet to make sure that we are as up to date as possible on our clients' goals and objectives. The first appointment is a 45-minute to 1 hour meeting, agenda-driven, and the meeting begins, as always, by ensuring you spend 3 to 5 minutes building some rapport with your existing client, further exploring what's been going on with their families, recreational activities, holidays, etc. Take some good notes here, for if you are to uncover any client profiling information that's new, you'll want to store that in the appropriate place so you and your team can benefit from the information down the road. After your rapport, it's simply a matter of proceeding through the agenda. All meetings henceforth in this process and elsewhere should use an agenda for the purpose of consistency and, of course, so that nothing's missed that needs to be covered. Both the agenda and the scripting are found within this strategy, and both should be customized as soon as possible so that you can begin to use them at your first opportunity. There will also be some ancillary documents that need to be printed off to complement the appropriate points on the agenda. We've mentioned most of these already, and we'll cover those again as they appear in the order that they appear on the agenda. The agenda for this meeting may seem very similar to the structure of the first appointment in the new client process, and it is. You start off the meeting with the points that need to be covered by you, and then once that is complete, we spend the balance of the appointment focusing on your existing client. All of the relevant points will be covered in this way, and in the process, your existing client is being acclimatized to your new meeting structure. Not only will your existing client get a taste of how you meet with prospective clients now, it's this meeting framework that will also set the stage for all review meetings going forward with your AAA and AA clients. The meeting starts with the meeting overview, and as per the scripting, this is a time to reaffirm the reasons that we're having the meeting, which include a review and update of the client's goals and objectives and personal financial profile, and to let the client know that we'll be reintroducing them to the business almost as if they were a brand new client. Next on the agenda is an update on our practice and approach, and just as if they were a new client, you'll let them know about you and your company, and how you're compensated, and a revisiting of your approach to financial planning, but this time you'll use the critical financial events graphics, and you'll be showing them a sample of the PFO, because soon enough we'll be putting a PFO together for them. Next on the agenda is our introduction process, and as we discussed in a prior strategy concerning referrals, let's reiterate here that via our introduction process we are not asking for names whatsoever. This subject can traditionally be out of many advisors' comfort zones, but the fact is that we are now positioning the introduction process as a service, and this should start to put your mind at ease. The fact is that in all likelihood, your clients will run into someone at some point that may have need of your services. We don't know if this will happen or when, so we let our clients know the process if and when it does happen. These are your best clients after all, and they need reminders from time to time that not only are you there for them, you're also there for the people that are important to them and what steps to take should they run into someone that needs your help. If you rehearse your introduction process and deliver it with conviction and passion, people will respond accordingly and say thank you. The intent for them is not to start coughing up names, although this can happen from time to time. Far more likely is the scenario that they will run into someone down the road, maybe sooner than later, and it's then that they will remember your process and your promise. The next item on the agenda is what's important to you, and yes, this is the same what's important to you resource that we use with prospective clients in the FIT meeting. In this case, we are using it to not only update ourselves on any new goals and objectives that our AAA and AA clients may be experiencing, but it's also a part of your process now, so we want our existing clients to go through the exercise as well for consistency and so that they are aware of that part of our process. Next on the agenda is your current financial circumstances, the personal financial profile. And clearly you may be dealing with a lot of financial documentation that you requested your client bring into this meeting, and you may be rounding out any other financial information that you are lacking, should this be the case for any of your AAA and AA clients. Once all of this has been completed and organized, we'll then be able to prepare the client's personal financial organizer and present it to them in the next meeting. So it's recommended that you show the client the sample PFO during the stage of the meeting. Pointing to it is fine at this point so that they can be reminded of what it is that we're working towards. Last on the agenda is where do we go from here, and you will let your client know at this time that you'll need to book a follow-up appointment approximately 2 weeks from now, and at that time you'll be able to present them with their personal financial organizer, which of course will be presented to them in a handsome presentation binder with the necessary tabs and populated with all the critical financial information and documentation that has been organized by you and your team.